All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, what we are discussing is one of the most important divisional charts of our Jyotish, known as Swargamsha. And when we say Swargamsha, it actually means Dashamsha, nothing else. And your work can be your Swarga. If you do your work with 100% dedication and ability and openness to learn. You see, when I started learning Jyotisha, I'll tell you in stages what I thought about Mercury. For me, as a beginner, Mercury was communication, Mercury was intelligence, Mercury was the Karaka of your languages, your siblings, anything which is like sister or bua or anyone your like father, sister, and young children. This was a very basic definition of Mercury. When I grew, I heard my guru saying that Mercury is a problem solving ability. So if you have Mercury well placed in your horoscope, that means you have great problem solving ability. And in whichever house you have Mercury, you have natural problem solving ability in that particular house. And that is why Mercury, fourth house, is considered as the Marana Karak Sthana. Because you have natural problem solving abilities at home. Okay. And these problem solving abilities are not at office. And that is why when you have Mercury in the 10th house, you have great problem solving abilities at your work, which makes you very proficient in your life. Now, you see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens is that how will you have that problem solving ability in you? What is the diet of Mercury? What is that constant feed which Mercury requires? Just like we people need constant oxygen. If there's no oxygen, we'll be dead in maximum 3 minutes, 4 minutes, right? If you don't have food, you're going to die. If you don't have water, maybe in 30, 40 days, 2 months, you're going to die. So, what is that one basic requirement of Mercury to survive? Every planet has a requirement. Jupiter has requirement of mantras, dharma, knowledge and education. That is the requirement of Jupiter. Venus has requirement of devotion. Mangal has requirement of passion. Rahu needs technology. Ketu needs isolation. Chandrama needs nourishment. Similarly, Saturn needs sorrow and hard work. But one requirement of Mercury is constant ability to learn. Mercury wants you to be a good student. Simple. That is the diet of Mercury. If you are not open to learn things in your life, if you are not ready to learn whole life, you will never ever have multiple sources of income. Full stop. The only way you can have multiple sources of income when you have this mindset of being ready to learn. How can you be multitasking? How can you have one or more businesses? Suppose I am learning constantly. Every day I learn something. Every single day. From every disappointment, I learn something. From every good thing that happens in my life, I learn something. And if you can't learn, These technology people who are fired from their organizations, who lose their jobs, the only thing that has happened to them is they've stopped learning. When you have these chat GPTs or people coming to me and saying that, Guruji, from the day we have AI coming into the IT, artificial intelligence coming into the IT, or chat GPT coming into the IT, we are in danger. We have lost the jobs. But I ask each one of you here studying with me, each one of you, tell me this answer right now. Any of you, any of you, being in IT, being in bank, being a doctor, being whatever, if you lose your job or if you lose your business, isn't a second option available for you right now to jump and start practicing Jyotish immediately, right away? To hell with your job, to hell with your business. Your friends will be supportive. There are students who have started learning and started practicing Jyotish. They have started, charging their clients. They've took permission from me. They take help from me. They send charts to me. There is a revenue model that we have made, and they take the help, they take suggestions, they add their own interpretations and start practicing. And what if you don't have a job? You can even do it, because karta, marta kya na karta. I mean, if you don't have an option, you have another option with you right away. And why did you have this option with you? Because you were willing to learn. That is the simple answer. If you were not willing to learn, what is the other option you have at the moment when you lose your job? That is why Mercury is the Karaka of D10 chart, because Mercury is your willingness to learn. The day you stop learning and thinking that you are the best, that is when your Mercury dies in your horoscope. That is the Marana Karak Sthan of Mercury. That is the comfort zone of Mercury. That you don't want to learn anymore. Your zeal to learn and start a new business is gone. Simple. What if I have not learnt about medical Jyotish? What if I have not learnt about gemstones? What if I have not learnt about teaching Vastu? How many verticals we are working on? Vastu, gemstones, Vedic astrology, classes. What if I've stopped at Jyotish and did not bring Shiv Mahapuran into my life? Tell me. It is the ability to learn. If you cannot learn, your Mercury is not going to support you. Means you will never get Swargamsha. You will never get heaven. That is why Mercury also have energy of Vishnuji. Vishnuji wants to learn. He wants to learn everything from Shiva every day. He never stops. That is why Mercury becomes the biggest Karaka of the D10 chart. And you know what? Now you have this ability to learn. Now look, listen to these statements very carefully. This is how I judge a D10 chart. Within 10 minutes, I judge a D10 chart by, first thing is to check the position of Mercury in your Dashamsha. From your Atma Karaka, from your Arudha, and from your Lagna. On the same time, Mercury is your learning flexibility. Now you have learned everything, you know everything, means you have knowledge. Suppose you want to do organic farming. What would you need for that? The first thing that you would need for organic farming is knowledge of organic farming. I can't do it. You have learned how do we do organic farming, how much land do you need, how much manpower you would require, and blah 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 blah. So many things. You learned, you worked with people, and you did everything. Now that you've learned everything, you have to bring that learning into reality. This is what I was talking about. There are students who have approached me. They said, Guruji, I am in need of practicing Jyotish. Will you help me? I said, why would I not help you? Tell me one reason that I would not help you. Although my gurus never helped me. When I said that I'm going to give the consultations, I want to jump into this, some of them got insecure. And that is when I took an oath that when my students would give me this question and want to practice, I will be with them. You ask the students who are practicing Jyotish, I never said no. And I've told them, you earn this much, you take this much of the fee. Come to me. You do 100 consultations with my help, 101st consultation, you would not need me. I will have no time for you because I'll have another student waiting for me. That Guruji, can you mentor me now? Right? So when you have learned these things, then you have to put this into your practicality. You have to start working hard. You'll have to work 14, 15 hours, which I did. Now I get tired in 8, 10 hours. Now I can't work. I feel exhausted in maximum 8 to 10 hours. I tell Naman that I don't want to do more consultations. Give me half of them that I was doing. I used to do 13, 14 every day. But now I can't do 7, 8. That's it. Thank you very much. I'm tired. But I did that hard work in my life because I'm tired of doing certain things, but I'm not tired of learning, which open up new opportunities for me. So that hard work, the thought process, that learning, whether you can convert it, manifest it, is seen by Shani, Saturn, in the D10 chart. So you know what? There will be many people who will come to you and say, Guruji, I have this planning in my mind. I want to do this in my life. I want to do that in my life. But eventually, you can't do anything. You tell them, what have you done practically for it? I said, Guruji, I'm little scared of this. I'm little scared of that and whatnot. And whatnot. I'm trying, Guruji. I will try my level best. I'm thinking if this problem arises, I'm thinking if that problem arises, what will happen? What will happen? I have no idea, Guruji. What to do? Such people are the people who have a very, very bad Saturn. Very, very bad Saturn in the D10 chart. These people think a lot, they learn a lot, they gather knowledge a lot, but there is no manifestation. So from Mercury, you fulfilled the Mercury. But when it comes to Saturn, hard work, well, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Now it is the time of smart work. But you know what? You can only do smart work in your life if you have worked hard at least once in your life. स्मार्ट वर्क ऐसे नहीं आ जाता है. ये जो आप टीवी पे या यूट्यूब पे सुनते हो ना, इट्स एन ईरा ऑफ स्मार्ट वर्क, इट इज अ ट्रैप. There's no alternative of hard work. एक बार तो लाइफ में हार्ड वर्क करना ही पड़ता है. Once in life you will have to hard work, then you can do smart work. For an example, I used to take 1.5 hours. If you see, 4 years ago, my website says 5,100 for 1 hour consultation. Because it took me time, I used to write down yogas, I used to see yogas, calculate, and then give interpretations. Now I can see 20 yogas in just how many? Maybe 2 minutes maximum. I'm telling you my practical time. And a 40 minutes consultation at times is over in 28 minutes. And I asked my customer on 30th minute that, do you want to understand anything? You want to know more? He said, no, we're done. Thank you. Now this is a smart work, but this smart work has only come when I've done a lot of hard work in my life. Now suppose you've learned new things. You've learned Jyotish, you learned medical Jyotish, you learned Shiv Mahapuran, right? Maybe you can learn yoga. Huh? You can learn meditation. You can learn something about gymming. Today I will teach you how to aim certain thing in your life. How to make an aim. D10 chart will tell you that. I will not end this class until I make you find your aim. That is my promise to you. And you have to find your aim. You are a software engineer, you are into stocks, you are into real estate, you are into whatever. But D10 shows you an aim. This is something you should gun at. Now you have done all the hard work of your life. You said, okay, Guruji said, learn and then do hard work. I have learned, I have done hard work. And now, would you be getting opportunities? क्या भाग्य साथ देगा? आपको क्या लगता है? क्या लगता है आपको? Navneet Chitkara learned so many things. Navneet Chitkara really worked hard. Did that and this two combination made what I am today? No. It was my bhagya also. It was my destiny also. And if there would have been no bhagya, no destiny, जितना मर्जी मैं हार्ड वर्क कर लेता, it would have never ever given me success in life. The bhagya of D10, the opportunity of the D10 comes from sun. It comes from Surya. So Surya is the opportunity in the D10 chart. So if you have Surya in the 12th house of your D10 chart, it should be in the third house. They need minor rectification. So if your Surya is in the 12th house from your Atma Karaka, or Surya is in 12th house from your Lagna, so the highest priority of the Atma Karaka, then of the Arudha, and then from the Lagna. Lagna has the least priority when calculating certain things in the D10. Highest priorities of the 10th house, then the 7th house, then the 4th house, then the Lagna. This is how you prioritize D10 chart. So, if you have sun afflicted, not well placed, you will not be able to get opportunities in life. Because Raj Yogas come from Surya. If Surya will allow a Raj Yoga, only then the Raj Yoga will manifest. For an example, people tell me, Guruji, I have Gaj Kesari Yoga in my D10 chart. I said, fantastic. But where is this Gajkesari yoga forming from sun in your D10 chart? सूर्य से छठे में है. It is eighth from the Surya. It is in the third house from the Surya. Where it is? If your Raj Yoga is nicely placed from the Surya, only then it will manifest. Otherwise, it will be an average Raj Yoga. How is an average Raj Yoga? Have you gone to a police station? The SHO, station house officer, thinks he's the king in the uniform for that particular police station. And he is actually. He's the duty on the officer. He's officer on the duty. You cannot deny him. But when he gets a call from his senior, an IAS or IPS officer, he starts saying, yes, 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 sir, yes, sir. Then he realizes that there is a bigger Raj Yoga than him, who's maybe a DSP. And DSP realizes there is a bigger Raj Yoga known as SSP. And then the SP realizes there's a bigger Raj Yoga known as DGP or DIG. You see, there are Raj Yogas that are formed either in Kendras or Trikons from the Surya. They are powerful. Especially in Trikona from the Surya are very powerful Raj Yogas. But if a Raj Yoga is happening 6th, 8th, 12th from the Surya, forget about it. In any chart, it is not going to work. That is why we see Kubera from the Surya Chakra, Surya Kundli. So Surya gives you opportunity. Sun is going to give you opportunity in the D10 chart. Be it in the 8th house. But where is that Raj Yoga happening from the Surya? 9th from the Surya. Fantastic. 5th from the Surya. Fantastic. You have to understand these things. But the last Karaka of the D10. So first Karaka is Mercury.